Our today's topic is methods for coastal protection. Coastal erosion is the loss or displacement of land or the long-term removal of sediment and rocks along the coastline due to the action of waves, currents, tides, wind-driven water, waterborne ice or other impacts of storms. So let's see some of the common methods adopted for the protection of coastline. The protection methods can be classified as structural methods and non-structural methods. The structural methods include sea walls, bulkheads, revetments, dikes and levees, breakwater, groins, and jetties and piers. First method, structural method, is called sea walls. Separating land and water areas. It is a massive structure. So you can see in this picture, sea walls are massive structures that separates the land and water, which can resist the full force of waves and prevent the coastal erosion. Also prevent the damage due to wave action and flood. So the next structure that is used for the protection of coastline is bulkheads, which is smaller than sea walls. It is not to resist coastal erosion but to prevent the sliding of the land at the transition between land and the sea. It is a vertical wall built in concrete, stone, steel or timber. So you can see the bulkheads in this picture. It is a separation between the land and water which cannot prevent the erosion much, but it can obviously prevent the damage due to the sliding of the land. Next one is revetments, sloping structure constructed using natural stones or concrete blocks, only protects against erosion and not flood. So revetments are sloping structures that can actually reduce the impact of tides, but these structures cannot prevent flood. Revetments can protect the coast against corrosion, so it is used at locations exposed to erosion. So these structures absorb the energy of water. So these structures also can have a negative impact on the sediment budget along the adjacent shorelines. Sediment budget refers to the balance between sediment added to and removed from the coastal system. When more material is added than the removal, there is a surplus of sediment and thus the shore builds towards the sea. So revetments reduces the building of sediments along the shorelines. So the next method is dikes and levees, embankment, flood bank or stop bank. These are basically structures artificially constructed, fill or wall that regulates water level. So dikes and levees are artificially made embankments or flood banks. So this is about providing a boundary line to the sea, built in dry stones to prevent the soil erosion and to prevent the landslides, regulates water levels, and it is usually made parallel to the course of a river or the water body. As you can see in this picture, a dike or a levee is a fill of dry stones along the shore. So next one is breakwater. Breakwater is a small structure, fixed or floating, impermeable or permeable, to allow sediment transfer shoreward of the structure. So this is a structure called breakwater, which may be fixed or floating. These structures allow the transport of sediments to the shores. So these structures are either parallel or perpendicular to the coast, and it reduces the power of wave, thus reducing the erosion. The next type of structures is called groins. These are fences that go along the beach at angles to prevent the longshore drift. So you can see groins in this picture, which is provided in different angles towards the sea. Groins absorb energy of coming water, catches and traps sediment to prevent it from moving up to the beach, replaced every 15 to 20 years, which is built in timber, steel, concrete and stones. So groins are fences made of either timber, stone, concrete or steel. Next one is jetty and pier. These are long, narrow structures made of stone or concrete, which is used to protect the shoreline of the body of water by acting as a barrier against the currents, tides, and waves. Sometimes these structures are connected with deep water for the docking of ships. In this picture, you can see the jetties and piers in the Tybee beach. Now let's see the non-structural methods for the protection of coastline. Non-structural methods include vegetation planting and beach nourishment. Vegetation planting is the best natural protective measure against coastal flooding. Trap and hold the sand. Important role in stabilizing the surface against wind erosion and provides habitat for wildlife. Provides a source of sand to replenish the beach during periods of erosion. So vegetation planting is one of the best methods for the protection of shores. So the next non-structural method is called beach nourishment. Another name is beach filling. It is basically adding large quantity of sand or sediment to the beaches to resist erosion and increase the beach width. It is not a long-term solution to beach erosion. And also the sudden input of massive amount of sand can kill the animals living on the beach. So these are the common methods of coastline protection. Thank you.